Hey there, welcome to the video. Now we all know how important Q4 is for Amazon KDP publishers. This is the time when sales go through the roof, with people looking for the perfect gifts and activities to keep their loved ones entertained. So today I'm going to be sharing a fantastic niche that you can jump into right now, one that's simple to create and perfect for the holiday season. And the best part is, I'm going to be showing you how you can leverage AI to make the entire process simple, easy, and fast, perfect for beginners and those who just don't have a lot of time on their hands, but they still want to create a side hustle with KDP. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. The niche we're going to be talking about today is the bold and easy coloring book niche. Now, this has been a recent topic on my channel, but you guys seem to enjoy it. So here's another niche within the bold and easy coloring book niche that you can look into that has the potential to do well for you. But here's where it gets exciting. I'm going to be walking you through how to create these books without any design skills, using just AI to handle the heavy lifting. You're going to be amazed at how quickly you can put together a professional looking coloring book. And don't worry, if this is your first time trying this out, I'm going to break it down step by step in the most beginner friendly way possible, so that by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear understanding of how to use AI to create coloring books. Now, why should you jump into this niche? Well, for one, there are a ton of books selling well in this niche right now. In fact, there's one book that's generating around $4,843 per month. Just think about that for a moment. That's nearly $5,000 coming in. And the beauty of Amazon KDP is that they handle everything for you, from the selling, the shipping, the customer service. You just focus on creating your books and they do the rest while you collect royalties. This is one of the easiest ways to get started with KDP, especially for beginners. You don't need to be an artist. You just need to know how to use the right tools, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So with that being said, let's get started. Now here I am on Amazon, and I did a search for bold and easy coloring book. And when scrolling down here through the first page, I can see that there's a lot of books here that are performing very, very well and selling a lot of books. For example, look at this row right here with these bestsellers ranks. And if you don't know about bestsellers ranks, the lower the number, so the closer the number is to 1, the better performing the book is, meaning the more books that are being sold. And so 476 is very, very low. 770 is very, very low. This one right here, number 6, is insane. This book is making a tremendous amount of income. And even a book like this, where it's ranked at 1,000, is still a very lucrative book. And we see so many books here doing very, very well. And when I see right here, this green dot with a 73, this is telling me that this niche score is very high. And so there's a lot of potential here. But the biggest obstacle that I see is that there's just a lot of books here that you have to compete with if you're going to make a book for this niche. And to give you an idea of what I look for when I'm looking for profitable niches to enter, I really only look at 3 specific things. Number 1, I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because generally this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high. Number 2, I'm looking for 3 or more books, but specifically KDP books that all have a BSR or a best sellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that the books are selling. And so there is some type of demand for this niche. And number 3, I'm looking for a niche score. So the one that we just saw that has a score of at least 50. Now, when you're getting into KDP and you start doing your niche research, you're going to run into this issue a lot, where you're going to come up with results that have over 1,000, over 2,000. This one's over 7,000 results. This is a very common thing. And so don't be discouraged by this. All it means is you have to do what's called niching down, or finding a sub niche to get these numbers lower. So the easiest way to find a sub niche or to niche down is just by going to this search bar on Amazon, clicking on it and seeing what the suggestions are from Amazon. This is basically what niching down is. As you can see, we have bold and easy coloring book, but since the results are too high, you want to niche down, which just means finding a more specific niche within the niche. So for example, this one is more specifically for adults. There's one for fall, Halloween, Christmas, girly, food, markers, cozy girl, for kids. These are all sub niches. This is the process of niching down. And even when you get into these sub niches, you can also niche down further if you need to. So that's just basically what it means to niche down. But I've already done the research for you. So let me show you what I found. So this is the Winter Bold and Easy Coloring book. Like I said, this is going to be perfect for Q4. And so this is the one where the competition is still very low, but the demand is going to be so high because it is going to be a Q4 winter niche. Right away, we can see the niche score of 82, extremely high. That's well above the 50 that I look for. Total results, once again, 301. So that's well below the 1,000 that I'm looking for. We have the average bestsellers rank of 361,000 and the average reviews of 18, which is telling me that a lot of these books were just recently published. Because if the average reviews were, let's say, in the thousands or more than that, then I would know that a lot of the books have been established because it takes time to get your reviews. And so when I see low reviews, when we go through the first page here, we're going to see a lot of books were just published this year. The average price point is $7.61. And so with all that information, we know that we have the search results done and that looks good. We have the niche score done. That looks good. And so we only need to look for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell us that there is in fact demand and enough demand in this niche. And so the first book that shows up is this one right here. And with the plugin that I'm using called Titan's Quick View, this is going to give me a quick view of all the information that I'm looking for when I'm doing research. This is free to use. So if you go to the Chrome Web Store, search up Self-Publishing Titans and install the one called Titan's Quick View, and you're going to get the same information that I'm getting right now. Now, the thing that I look for is under publisher. I want it to say independently published because this is going to tell me that this is a KDP book. And I'm only concerned about KDP books because that's basically what my book is or what your book is. And we don't really care about anything else other than this independently published. And then the bestsellers rank of 25,000. That's below the 300,000 that I'm looking for. So this is one of those books that satisfies the demand that I'm looking for. Now I need to look for 2 more of these books. So the book right next to it is also independently published with a bestsellers rank of 171,000. So that's book number 2. The book right next to it, same thing, independently published, 107,000. So that's book number 3. So the first 3 books already satisfy the demand part. But I always like to look at the rest of the books on the first page to see how much more demand there is. This one, independently published, 259. So this is a very, very popular book in this niche. We have this one ranked at 48,000. This one is 233,000. This one is 36,000, 105,000. This one's 21,000. And so we see there's a lot of books here that are doing very, very well. This one is 130,000. And so with all of that, I know that competition is low, demand is high, niche score is great. And so I know that there's potential for profits in this niche. So now the next part is looking into some of these books to gain a better understanding of what type of book it is, what are the interiors, and all of that information. Let's take a look at this book. This book has a BSR of 25,000 and it was just published this year. Now, the thing that I see about this book is that it's priced a little bit lower, which is probably helping its sales. It's priced at $5.99, but typically I see this book selling around $7.99 to $9.99. But it's up to you how you want to price your book. There is a minimum book price for your books that takes into consideration the printing costs, but other than that, you can price it as low as you want to try to get some sales and undercut your competition. This book has 50 illustrations, so about 100 pages. It's 108, and this is the type of book that is the square 8.5 by 8.5 inch coloring book. Now, what I like to look at is this graph from Self-Publishing Titans, because this is going to tell me the historical BSR of the book. Basically tells me how well it's been doing at certain times of the year. And so we can see when it was published, it didn't sell for maybe a week or more than a week. And then right away it started selling. And as you can see, their rankings are gradually going down. Now, if we look at the interiors of the book, here are some images of the interior pages. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just a lot here. And so it gives us an idea of what type of book it is. Now, here's another book that was also just recently published, and it has a better BSR of 5,300. But the reason I want to show you this book is it has a better BSR, but the price is also almost twice as much. This one's at $9.99. So it just goes to show you whether you price it low, you price it high, it really depends on the quality of your book. And as we're going to see with the interior of this book, the pages are going to be a little bit more better. So this one is shorter than the previous book. It only has 87 pages. So I'm assuming only 40 unique pages, which is right here, 40 unique pages. And this is your typical square 8.5 by 8.5 inch book. Now, if we look right here, when it was published, well, this book just started selling well right away. You can see it sold well here, and then sales started to slow down, but as you can see, it's starting to improve once again. And so I expect this book to sell even better within the next coming weeks. Now, if we take a look at the sample to try to see a little bit of the interiors, well, here is the back cover. And as you can see, compared to the last book, this is more in line with what is a bold and easy coloring page. So this is very simple. As you can see, very thick lines, but very simple images. And if we plug that bestsellers rank into BookBird's Amazon KDP book sales calculator, you can see it makes about 42 sales per day, which is 1,260 books per month. Add that royalty calculator in here with all the information I already filled out, and that's $161 per day and $4,843 per month, almost $5,000 per month from just this one book. And that's why KDP is so powerful, it's so lucrative, is because you can create as many books as you want. And so when you get 1 book, 2 books, 3 books doing well, just keep adding it up. You can see the potential here. Now that we know there's potential for this niche, we've looked at some books, we've looked at some interiors. The next part is how to actually create these interiors. So this is the part where I'm going to show you how to use the power of AI to create this coloring book. Now, I'm sure you're aware of the popular AI art generators in this niche. I mean, you could use something like Midjourney or Dolly. But for this tutorial, I'm actually going to show you a different AI art generator that I've just recently come across called Nurie Creator. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this one is because this one just creates coloring pages. And all you have to do is enter your prompt right here. So for example, for this book, I could put something like bold and easy coloring. And then the next one I could do winter cozy vibes. And then the next option is you can generate it with a background. You can select the image size here. As you can see, there's so many image sizes to choose from. I'm just going to go with the 8.5 by 8.5 because that is the size of the book. You also have the art style. So you can choose none, or you can choose all of these options right here. So you can create a lot of different types of books. I know kawaii is very popular. I mean, we have this boho minimalist, which is also a popular genre. anime, comic, clip art, pop art. Stained glass is a huge coloring book niche. So you have all these options, but I'm just gonna stick with none. And then probably the best part about this, I would say, is the line thickness. So you can choose from thin, medium, and thick. Obviously, I'm gonna choose the thick option. And really that's all there is to it. All you have to do is hit generate images and it'll generate a couple images for you to see if it's something that you like. And then you can obviously make modifications to your prompts to get better results. You can also do surprise me. And the best one is the one-click book. So if you click here, one-click book, you can see on the left-hand side, this is where you write a short sentence on what you would like your coloring book to be about. So the example here is Cats and Dogs Adventure to the Moon. But for our book, we could do winter, cozy, vibes, bold, and easy coloring. And then you can choose the images. So you can start with one image and you can do all the way to 50. And then you can just hit generate book and it'll generate the images for you. That's exactly what I did. And the results I got are right here. This is the type of images this AI generator came up with. It is completely black and white. These are true coloring pages, no grayscaling. As you can see, we have a theme on the first row here. So what you could do is if you like something, you can export it right away. It'll export as an SVG file, which you could quickly upload onto Canva and it'll be ready to go. And you can see another theme right here. So obviously AI is not perfect. You can see some lines here that are not connected. But for example, this one right here, I'm really enjoying this one right here. But for example, let's say the lines are a little bit too thin, right? One feature of Nuria Creator is you can change the line thickness. And so I can make them thicker. So I can go up to, let's go 5 and then just update image. And then you're gonna see this image change right here. As you can see, the lines became thicker, but that's a little bit too thick. So let's go down to 2 and then update the image. And as you can see, that's a little bit better than the first image that was here where the lines were a little bit too thin. So you have these options here. So here's the next row. As you can see, they're very, very good pages. And here's another one right here. So this one would be more of what I was talking about, cozy winter vibes. And you can always thicken up the lines if you want to do that. And as you can see, it looks a little bit better. So here's the next line right here. These are all great coloring images. And then let's look through the next set of images here. So I'm gonna quickly go through all of these with you, but I'm just showing you pretty much every single image here is really, really good. And you can see the actual prompt that was used. This one is a playful pack of sled dogs taking kids on an exhilarating race across the winter landscape. And you have right here a snow-covered cottage in the forest. You have this one, very nice looking coloring pages. And these are all unique. These are all going to be something that you can use, that you don't have to worry about that duplicate content because this is generated by AI. And to me, this is a lot better than some of the KDP interiors that I see that show up on Creative Fabrica. So probably this is the way to go. That's why I wanted to show you this AI art generator, is because I was really surprised at the quality of these pages. A lot of the times it's hard to use AI art generators because they have what's called grayscaling, where the image is not completely black and white. You have lines that are not this smooth, and basically you get really suboptimal results. And there is so much modifications you have to make with your prompts. But as you can see, I just used a very, very simple prompt, and this is what it came up with. And so this is a very powerful tool. So now I'm going to download a few of these and I'm going to show you how to arrange them in Canva so that you can put together the coloring book. Now I'm here on Canva, and if you don't know about Canva, it's a free design program that you can use. You can sign up for a free account and be able to put together your book. So I opened up an 8.5 by 8.5 inch project right here. And this is going to be pretty simple. So I've downloaded some of the images and they're right here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of them that I've downloaded, and I'm going to drag it into uploads, and you're going to see it all show up right here. And then all we have to do is just click on the images. So for example, let's start with the first one here, and you can resize it And keep in mind, this is an SVG file. So that means the lines are going to remain crispy or smooth all throughout. As you can see, the lines stay relatively very smooth even when I zoomed in all the way. So this is ideal for a coloring image. And then all I would do is add a page here. This is going to be the backside of the first page. And so your next image is actually going to be on the third page. So this will be the next image, and then you can just enlarge it like that. And backside of that image, this is where the next one goes. And so I'm just going to complete this book, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And so now that I have these images all uploaded here, all you need to do is add the blank pages in between, as you can see I'm doing right now, and then it will be pretty much ready to go. Obviously, you can go through the images one by one. Now you're gonna have something that looks like this. Now, once this is done and you have all your pages all formatted correctly, all you have to do is download it so it's ready to go to be uploaded onto KDP. And in order to do that, you just hit share, download. You want to download as a PDF print. This is the only option here that KDP will accept. And then choose all pages, and then RGB, or if you're paying for Canva Pro, use CMYK, and then just hit download. And then all you will need to do to wrap this all up is create a cover. However, this tutorial is really to show you the power of the AI art generator for the interior. So if you want to see how to create a cover for this very book, let me know down below. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Nuria Creator is not yet available to use as of yet. It will be in the next coming weeks. So when it does, you'll be the first to know. I will let you guys know so you guys can try this out for yourself. If you're looking for more KDP resources, I'm talking interiors, keywords, and more, go ahead and check the links down below. Also, if you have any questions, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.